Hi, it's Luke again. Today I'm coming to you from the F45 USA headquarters in El Segundo, California. So slightly different location, as you can see. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about marketing systems and how F45 franchisees effectively market their franchise business both before they open and once they're operational. 3 foundations necessary for successful franchise. The first being the right setup. That means having a fully functional, accessible premises to operate from. It also means having the right trainers in there to deliver an awesome experience. The second foundation is marketing. So you need to have the right systems in place to attract leads into the studio so that your trainers can impress them and they can sign up as members. And then the last essential ingredient, of course, is having the right community, nurturing and nourishing that community so that they have a reason to come back and they're forming the right social connections within the space. So broadly speaking, successful marketing will initially focus on online promotions, and then it will gradually move to offline, member to member or word of mouth referral. The challenge that every franchisee has before they're operational stems from the fact that they don't have a living, breathing studio to point to. They don't have a community that they're building. So they're going to largely be reliant on a lot of the resources that we can provide prior to them opening, such as press clippings, digital assets like stills and video content, and also some of the lead generation algorithms that we provide or Facebook offer as part of their online sponsored targeting. These can be really effective, but they will be likely targeting uninitiated leads. That is, people from the local area who probably have not experienced F45 and are going to be coming in as relatively low education about what it is we do. Once the franchise is operational and the community starts to be built, you will find that there is a very, very high probability of members referring other leads into the business. Being group training gives us a natural advantage in this regard because a group workout is much better when you're working out with somebody who you know, and so we have a real natural advantage in this regard. Member-to-member referral or word-of-mouth referral is the best type of lead generation strategy because it means that people are coming in with a relatively high level of interest, a relatively high level of conviction. They've already largely been sold by their friend or family member who is very well educated on what it is we do and has said, listen, you need to come in here because I've been training here for the last couple of weeks and it's changed my life, it's going to change your life. So it's relatively inexpensive, it's very, very effective, and marketers regard it as the holy grail. So we're very lucky in that we have a product that has a very, very high ability to motivate people to come in and refer friends. As your community is being established, you will then can expect to rely on your members doing a lot of the sales and marketing for you. Now, of course, that all comes down to providing a service that is exceptional. So again, it just comes back to that first pillar. It's really important that you've got the right setup, that you've got something that you can have a lot of confidence that when somebody steps in the door, they're going to be impressed, so that when they leave, they're going to refer their friends. Now, the beauty of working with F45 as a franchisee is that you are not presumed to know how to sell or market when you start your business. We've gone ahead and done a lot of the groundwork for you. We provide you with a lot of the resources that you will exploit, both online and offline, to execute these strategies that are going to generate leads and bring them in and convert them into members. Having said that, we do really encourage franchisees to be entrepreneurial and to continually look for ways that they can add value to their marketing systems. So we provide the bare bones, the basics. If you did this at a bare minimum, you can be very, very confident that you're going to be generating leads. But if you've got some other advantage, it might be a relationship in the community. You might have a really high profile social media influencer who's training as part of your membership. We really encourage you to look for ways to exploit those advantages so that your business can benefit. Of course, it all comes with the caveat that any marketing activities need to be done within the guidelines that we set. So where you're using our trademarks, where you're using a voice, it all needs to be in line with the F45 marketing guidelines. But in nearly every case, common sense applies. My 3 pieces of advice for franchisees when it comes to marketing is, firstly, be thorough. Execute the F45 marketing guidelines in their entirety as a bare minimum. My second piece of advice is look around at other franchisees, both within the network and also external, who do a great job of marketing themselves, in particular online. We live in an era now where Facebook and Instagram has replaced the glass shopfront. A lot of our studios are not in highly visible, high foot traffic locations. So we really do rely on our online presence to be as absolutely pristine as possible. And so it's always worth investing the time and effort to put your best foot forward in that regard. My third piece of advice is don't draw the line at what F45 gives you. Always be on the lookout for ways that you might be able to get the word out to a new audience. It might be driving past a new daycare centre in your local area and realising, hey, there's probably a lot of mums that are going to be going in and out of that centre. Let me think of ways that I might be able to tap into that community. Maybe I'll go and introduce myself to the principal and leave, a special offer for any mothers that might want to come in and train between 9 and 11 in the morning. It might be reaching out to the local ice hockey team and realising that, for part of the year, they're unlikely to be able to be training together. So, possibly we can put together some sort of package that in the summer will keep them functionally training, moving, maintaining their fitness levels. Of course, another really fertile area to market is the corporate market. Professionals are time poor. They're largely desk bound. They have a strong need for time efficient training that is community oriented and gets results fast. So definitely encourage outreach to local corporates in the area. Think about putting together a deck that's tailored to that corporate, 2 or 3 pages, who we are, what we do, why they should consider F45, and maybe putting together some type of special offer that's going to incentivize them to come in. At the end of the day, marketing effectively is not about trying one thing, it's about trying lots of different things and continually testing that, because trends come and go. But as long as you're on the front foot, as long as you're marketing vigorously and continuously, you can be very assured that you're going to be reaching your target audience. You can be assured that you're going to see a steady stream of qualified leads coming in who are going to be ready to convert.